Welcome to this comprehensive tutorial on editing shorts like Ali Abdaal's style using Capcut on your PC. We'll guide you through the entire process, ensuring you can create stunning content in no time. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. Now let's get started with the tutorial. Step 1. Adding text like Ali Abdaal. Start by clicking on the Media tab. In the Media menu, navigate to the Library section. To emulate Ali Abdaal's text style, select the white template. Drag and drop this white template onto your timeline. Now, if you want the white rectangle to cover the entire video, you can do this by freezing the video and stretching the template to match the video's length. Additionally, rotate the rectangle by 90 degrees to ensure it covers the entire screen. Next, click on Mask and choose the Rectangle option. Rotate the rectangle to a -90-degree angle and adjust its height to match Ali Abdaal's distinctive style. At this point, you should have a design similar to what Ali Abdaal uses. Adding text. Now, head to the text tool located at the top of your interface. Drag and drop the default text layer onto your timeline. Select the Bless font, or you can use Futura font as well. Insert your text and customize its color to sliver. To make the text animation like Ali, press Ctrl+C to copy the text layer and Ctrl+V to paste the same layer on top of it. Change the color of the duplicated text to black for a dynamic effect. Navigate to the Animation section and choose the Type 2 animation. This will give your text a look closely resembling Ali Abdaal's signature style. Adding text throughout the video. If you want to add text to the entire video, extend the white rectangle to cover the entire video duration. To make specific text changes throughout your video, split the rectangle where needed, change its size much like the demonstration you've just witnessed. While this step may require a bit more time and patience, and there you have same text like Ali Abdaal. Step 2. Adding Cutout Effect. To begin, make a copy of your video by pressing Ctrl+C, and then paste it on top by pressing Ctrl+V. Select the video layer and head to the Cutout section. Here, select Auto Cutout. Now it's time to add keyframes to control where and when the cutout effect will appear in your video. Place 2 keyframes at the desired points. With the first keyframe selected, move the playhead to that position, and then shift the video downward. This action will give you an intriguing cutout effect. Adding motion blur. Navigate to the Effect menu, and within the Lens section, locate the motion blur effect. Drag and drop this effect onto your video. Add 2 keyframes at the same point where you added the previous keyframes. Move the playhead to the second keyframe and adjust the sliders to 0. This will introduce a striking motion blur effect, ensuring a polished and professional look. Step 3. Incorporating zoom in, zoom out effects and text animations. In this step, we will delve into the art of adding captivating zoom in and zoom out effects, much like Ali Abdaal does in his videos. Follow these comprehensive steps to elevate your content. Start by selecting the video and adding keyframes on the position and scale settings. Slide the scale slider to around 74/88, and then gently drag the video downwards, creating an engaging zoom out effect. Now, for adding text, go to the text menu and drag a default text layer onto the timeline. Select your preferred font style and add the desired text. Drag the text onto your video and increase its scale for a noticeable presence. Now, text animations. It's time to add animation. Head to the Animation section and choose your favorite animation style. For instance, you can select Type 2 animation for a sleek effect. Now, add text background. To create an elegant background for the text, navigate to the Media menu and explore the library for a variety of templates. Drag and drop the chosen template onto your timeline, and then crop the animation part, retaining only the black section. Enlarge the black section and proceed to the Mask menu, selecting the rectangle shape and resizing it accordingly. Animating the text background. To add a dynamic touch, right-click on the video and create a compound clip. Within the Mask menu, choose Split, dragging it to the left side and add a keyframe. Then move it to the right side, insert another keyframe. This process results in a captivating animation of the text background. Repetition for additional text and effects. To maintain consistency and creativity, replicate this entire process to add more text, zoom out effects, and stylish fade-outs. Your video will now feature a captivating combination of cutout layers, transitioning in, zooming out with text reveals. Step 4. Creating a smooth fade-out transition. Adding keyframes. To commence the process, add keyframes to your main video layer on opacity. Much like the technique employed in the previous step, position the playhead on the second keyframe and reduce the slider to 0. This action initiates the gradual fade-out effect, giving your video a polished finish. As the main video begins to fade out, the background raw video will become visible. To address this, add keyframes to control the background video. Apply a similar keyframe process to the background video layer, but only thing you have to change is to reduce the opacity on the first keyframe, ensuring synchronization with the main video's keyframes. And you can also add more than 2 keyframes. To make effect long, this will maintain consistency and harmonious transition. Through these steps, you'll attain a captivating and seamless fade-out transition, aligning your content with the impressive style of Ali Abdaal. Step 5. Creating vector animations. Follow these meticulous steps to infuse your video with dynamic vector animations. In your library, select and drag the template onto your timeline. Once it's on the timeline, select the template and freeze it, allowing it to cover the entire video. Rotate the square by 90 degrees, ensuring it spans the entire screen. Access the mask menu and choose Rectangle. Adjust the size to 320 for width, 335 for height, and add rounded corners of about 30 units. This will yield your white square. And modify the scale to 150. Obtain vectors from the web, typically from sources like Google, and drag them onto the timeline. Resize and position the vectors on the white square. This step will result in vectors that resemble Ali Abdaal's style. To introduce additional vectors, split the white layer and reposition it. Repeat the same process for each vector you wish to add, following the steps outlined previously. Animating vectors. To animate the vectors, add 2 keyframes on position and size. Position the playhead at the first keyframe and move the square to the left. This action initiates an intriguing animation. Apply the same keyframe process to the vectors, ensuring synchronization for a polished animation. Extending animation to other vectors. Replicate the animation steps for the remaining vectors, maintaining consistency throughout. This sequence of steps will result in a flawless vector animation, akin to Ali Abdaal's distinctive style. Now, if you learned something, make sure to give a thumbs up to the video and subscribe our channel. It will help us to achieve the milestone of 1,000 subscribers. If you want to learn how to remove green screens, so simply click on this video. I will see you guys there.